Good day, fellow learners, and welcome to a new lesson in the mysterious world of chemistry. I am Maitha, and today's topic is electroplating. Shall we start? The question asks itself, what exactly is electroplating? Electroplating is the process of coating a conductive object, usually made of a mundane metal and can be made out of plastic, with a thin layer of another type of metal, to transfer properties of the new metal to the surface of the original object. Some commonly used metals in electroplating are zinc, copper, tin, gold, silver, and palladium due to their expensive nature. Now that we get a hint of the meaning of electroplating, let's go back in time to the year 1805 and allow me to introduce you to the very father of electroplating, Italian chemist Luigi Brugnatelli, who was able to successfully plate a thin layer of gold onto silver using a voltaic pile. Now, a voltaic pile is a very early form of electric current. Unfortunately, although his research was published, it was not taken seriously by Napoleon Bonaparte and the French Academy of Sciences. It wasn't until 40 or so years later that in Russia and Great Britain the similar processes surfaced, highly resembling Brugnatelli's early work, where electroplating was used to create copper printing plates. Now, around the same time, in Britain, John Wright discovered that potassium cyanide could be used as an electrolyte solution during the electroplating process. Bear in mind, Wright's process was highly dangerous and toxic because of the properties of potassium cyanide. Shortly thereafter, British cousins George and Henry Elkington issued gold and silver electroplating processes, prompting widespread commercial success as they adapted their process to plate silverware and manufacture decorative metal. But just how is electroplating possible? I present to you the electroplating cell. As we have learned, Brugnatelli used a voltaic pile during his early work, which meant that electroplating heavily relied on electric currents to coat the object of interest. And that happens by 1. Electrons breaking loose from the anode, which is in our case silver, by an oxidation process. The electrons that broke loose from the anode develop into a charged ion, which in turn dissolves in the solution. Remember the potassium cyanide solution by John Wright? 3. When the ions dissolve in the solution, come in contact with the cathode, the object meant for plating, and in our case the spoon, they turn into neutral atoms that collect and stick to its surface. Thus, electroplating is successful. Now, electroplating doesn't seem a complicated process, does it? Let's see how common this process is in our daily lives. When it comes to steel and iron, their long life is only due to electroplating. Steel and iron are plated with nickel or chromium to extend their life and prevent them from corrosion. Another use to electroplating is the protection against premature tarnishing and scratching. My favorite out of the uses comes next, plating cheap metals with gold and silver to create custom jewelry at much lower prices. Electroplating can also be used to reduce metal friction in electric conductors, making them last longer. Another favorite of mine is chromium and zinc plating in cars, where chrome is used in the rims of wheels and zinc is used to plate other machinery like the engine. And for the avid space lovers out there, did you know that satellites are coated with gold-coated mylar sheet to protect them from solar heat and UV rays? It is interesting, isn't it, to just see how common the process and importance of electroplating is. It really does allow for a more affordable and competitive metal business. Speaking of the metal business, let's take a tour of the electroplating companies of our dear Emirate of Sharjah, just 2 emirates down from Abu Dhabi, the capital. In Sharjah, there are many companies and factories offering electroplating. Whether it be for decorative purposes or building structures, it still proves to be a very competitive market down there. First on our list is the Classic Metal Coating LLC. Although it technically is an Ajman, does not mean it doesn't deserve a place on our list, right? Second, Al Mazhar Metal Electroplating. I think this time we got the emirate right. Third, Ain Khat Metal Coating Products. This one specializes in creating decorative pieces plated to look like they're made from different metals. Did you know they electroplate keys and chandeliers? Fourth and last on our list is Al-Wadi metal electroplating and coating. I say the fun shall not stop at the end of our tour of electroplating companies, so to speak of the common film catchphrase, let the fun begin. Did you know that in dentistry, electroplating is very common in orthodontics? Those very braces that almost all of us suffered from as kids are plated with silver. The talk of orthodontics reminds me I need to call my dentist to book my next appointment. Oh, which brings me to my next fun fact. Did you know that the very phone I'll use to call my dentist and almost every other electronic device or tablet out there has parts plated with gold to help the electric current flow smoothly? Who knew? Next on our list of facts to impress your friends with, spacesuits. Did you know that an astronaut's helmet has a gold plated visor to keep harmful UV rays from harming us poor little humans? Carrying on with the theme of gold plating, I present to you the infamous Oscar statues that are originally sold bronze plated in gold. Now that our lesson has come to an end, I hope you were able to learn a thing or two. You just gained some knowledge. Go on and be proud to show it off the next time you stumble upon plated objects. Thank you.